Good afternoon, you guys. Welcome to Marley Grace Creations. I'm Marlene, the owner and creator of Marley Grace Creations. Welcome to my page. I hope everybody had a wonderful Sunday. I know I did. Sunday's really busy for us, but it is for a lot of people. But I am doing pumpkins, and so, hey Carol, how are you? So I'm trying very hard not to miss one, even though I didn't come back on last night. As you can see, my video this morning, I had a sweet little 3-year-old with me. So there's not much else I can do when I have a 3-year-old, even though my husband takes very good care of her. She just doesn't understand when I'm not doing stuff for her. So I just spend that time with her when I can. Hi, Stacy. Hey, Mary Lou, how are you? Okay, let's see what we're going to do tonight. Oh, there's a few more beads. What we're going to do tonight is a pumpkin. Imagine that. Is this day 21, you guys? For those of you who are keeping count. Is anybody keeping count? My calendar, I have it written down on my calendar upstairs, but I have not actually been keeping count down here. Maybe I need my calendar down here. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Vicki Cox. How are you? All right, guys. Okay, I could not decide today, so I went ahead and prepped these pumpkins so I didn't have to paint them and dry them and all that tonight. And we can just get busy with the transfers on there. So I couldn't decide between green and white. And so I pulled out my transfer. You know I love green. Love, love, love green. But I'm not doing this because I love green. I'm doing it because I really think, hi Patty, I really think that the green is the better choice for the birds. Even though this is white and it'll show up, it just looks better on the green. Excuse me. So we'll do a white pumpkin another night. I'm just going to put that aside over there. Let me just stick it out of my way and get this over here where you can see what I'm doing. I have put a couple of coats. Hi, Maggie. How are you? I put a couple of coats of paint on this. The pumpkin was already green, so it only took a couple of coats to cover this up really good. And so the transfer is Prima Redesign, and it's called Blossom Flight. And it's got all these branches and leaves and birds and all that. So that's what we're going to put on this pumpkin tonight. And then I've got some more stuff I'm going to do right here, and paint the stem and all that. So I've got some moss and some fern and some little kind of greenish flowers and succulents. I don't know what all will do to the top. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? Sherry. Hey, Lainey, how are you? So what I'm going to do is just I'll show you this. And I'm sorry this looks so bad. I usually try to change it and clean it, and I didn't. And it's time to come live, and I'm like, oh, this looks so bad. But that's okay. Fall 50% off, and Christmas is 40% off. Christmas is already 40% off. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Kathy, how are you? I went to Hobby Lobby last week. I don't remember what about. But this is a page and then some of what I have left from doing this one. Let me pick this up. I've got a few pieces that are together. See, even these little pieces of branches, you don't throw these away. See, I've got these little tiny bits that I have left from something. Just make sure the backing stays with it, remember? And this is what I have left. So I have some branches and some birds and all that. So that's what we're going to put on this pumpkin tonight. Now, can you see why all these colors will look so pretty on that green? And we're just going to cut this up, cut it apart, get it on there. Let me find my tool. Here's a tool I can use. I need some scissors to cut this thing up. Thank you, Stacy. Okay, let's see. When you have a transfer, you don't have to use it just like the transfer is, right? And some of you said Saturday when I was on that you were getting ready to do a transfer and you were scared to death. I hope you're on here. I hope you are. And this is what I finished. I did this on a live on Saturday. And this is birds too. I know I don't do birds all the time when I'm not doing pumpkins, but I absolutely love birds. And that was an IOD transfer. Hey, Florida. So I'll do a reel with that later. Hey, Mary Beth, how are you? Oh, thank you. I think so. This is one of my favorite transfers, and I have this much left of this one, and I'm going to go ahead and order another one soon because, you know, some of these things, when they're gone, and you can't get them back. And I always said I would make sure I had one to do myself a piece of furniture. Well, every time I do a piece of furniture, somebody buys it, and I don't have one for myself. And so I thought, well, I'll do a lamp, and I haven't done that either. So, okay, I like this branch so far. I'm gonna cut a little bit. Now, see, this is what I'm starting with, just this branch. Hey, Tina, how are you? So I'm gonna cut a little of this branch off. Let's see. What do I want to do with this? Yeah, I'm going to cut a little bit of this branch off. And I can add it later if I need to. This is just to get it started. Clevis. I have not heard that name before. I probably didn't say that right. I apologize if I didn't. Okay. Hey, Sharon Jacobs, how are you? Okay, I'm just going to start with this. I'm going to cut this apart. I'm going to make sure that I lay it to the side. This is a really big piece to put on this pumpkin. Now you see this piece? You need to lay it down very carefully if you're not going to use it this second. I'm going to lay it right over here to the side where nothing's going to happen to it. And I'm going to put this branch on. Hey, Barbara. Barb. It seems so funny calling you Barbara when you come on. You can come on your business page. Okay. This is a Prima Redesign, and it loves chalk paint. So I don't have to top coat this first. You just start rubbing. Now, if this was an IOD, I would say put some polyacrylic or something on it first. And all this loud popping is normal. That's what happens when it's starting to release your transfer. Hey, Lane, how are you? And I'm not going to do transfers every night, y'all. I know I just did a blue transfer, and then yesterday on my live, on Saturday, I was in an event. I did a transfer, but a lot of people want to learn to use them, and they're scared to death, and they're not anything to be afraid of, even though I did run my very first one, so I'm trying to keep you guys from doing that. Hey, Ava. Okay, I'm going to start peeling this up, and if I see any on this cellophane, then I know it's not down. I have to lay it down and go again. But I think this is all down. There's one little bit of that branch that is not down. It's down. And then make sure your hands are really dry. Really dry. Not damp. No lotion, no moisture, no sweating. And just, okay. There it goes. There's the first branch. Hey, Mary Beth, how are you? Okay, now I'm going to add this to it. I thought it was too much at one time. Let me see where this got to. Okay, I cut it from right here. See, I can handle it in two pieces, this size. I can handle it because this is not a very big space. If it was a flat surface, if it was a piece of furniture, if it was a board, I can handle a piece, you know, this big. But in this case, I thought I better cut it apart. I'm going to piece it right back together where it was. Then I can handle this piece. And I'll add it back to where it was. because it's too much to handle all at once. It's kind of weird rubbing this down because this is a foam pumpkin, but the paint, oh, thank you. I love birds. I don't like real ones. I mean, I don't hate them. I don't want one in my house, I guess is the right thing to say. I have had them in my house. I do not want them in my house. But I love birds. I have a lot of bird nest stuff and bird stuff in my house. I'm sorry I can't turn this around until I get done so y'all can see what I'm doing as I do it. Maybe when I get around, maybe just one bird or something, I can show you a little better. Let me put it this way and you might can see a little better. Okay, and then you lift it up slowly. If there's any on this top cellophane, you know it's not down, and you can put it right back down or rub some more. That looks good so far. It's down there. Okay, let me rub some more. I see this is not down. It's kind of difficult on the pumpkin, you know. Hey, Charlene. Gina, how are y'all? Thanks for hopping on, you guys. We're putting bird transfers. It's called Blossom Flight on this pumpkin tonight, and some Spanish moss and some other stuff around the stem. This one's just about done. If this was on a hardwood surface, you wouldn't have to rub as hard. Hey, Elizabeth. How are you, sweet friend? I just watched some of Lindy's auction. Hey there. Yes, the pumpkin is painted. I'll show you the paint in 1 second. Let me lift this up slowly in case there's any that's not down. There you go. See there? It's all clean. And when it's clean, you know you got every little piece down. So this is what we have so far. Here's the branches coming up and going over here too. I would say that's probably some kind of a cherry blossom or apple blossom. Please tell us about the birthday pizza party. Oh, it was fun. It was fun. My grandson turned 10, and bless his heart, he's so sweet. He is our bonus grandson. My daughter married, and he already had him. He was a little bitty guy. He is now 10, and he told me yesterday, he said, Nana, I'm so happy. I said, why? He said, because now I'm double digits. I said, double digits? He said, yes, I'm 2 numbers. So he went from 9 to 10, and he's so excited. How are you, Sherry? Hey, Lisa. Okay, there's what we have so far. This green paint is Hauser Light Green. It's just Americana. I almost used the darker, but it was just, I love the Hauser Green. And there's a Hauser Green Light, a Hauser Green Medium, and a Hauser Green Dark. And I have the light and the medium, excuse me, not the dark. But I think the dark for this would be too dark. And I love them both. Hey, Katie, how are you? So, okay, now let's find a bird and stick a bird on this branch somewhere. See if we can get one kind of looking. Let me see what needs to be right there. Oh, he's cute. Let's put him right there. No, I like him like he is. Hold on. Let me just use this whole piece right here. I'm just cutting out what I want, you guys. I'm just cutting it up. And there's no rhyme or reason. It's not right or wrong. It's, okay, just make sure you keep it straightened out and don't let it roll up on itself. Now this piece has a bird and it has a branch. So I'm just gonna take him and put him Do you put anything over the paint before painting? Because, hi Penny, because this is a Prima Redesign transfer, they love chalk paint. Not so much acrylic, but chalk paint. And that's just what I always do. IOD likes a slicker surface. This will stick. I mean, if you want to put a top coat on this first, it's fine. You can. It's just that IOD wouldn't be happy on this because it needs a slicker surface. So Prima is, it's a little easier. You just put it on whatever. I love the green too, Stacy. I love the green on this. Okay, let me just wrap this from that branch on around. Wait, there's a straight line. I don't like that straight little line there. So let me get rid of a little bit of that. Let me lay it down carefully so it doesn't stick to that. I might need that in a minute, so I don't want to throw it away yet. And then I'm going to add him to a branch somewhere maybe. Okay, I'm going to add him. I don't want to put him up too high because when I get ready to put the moss and stuff on top, I don't want to cover any of my little birds. And hey, Tracy. How are you, sweet sis? I love you. I missed you today. Are you feeling rough? Hey, Connie, how are you? I am just rubbing. Now, you can't rub, you know, this is a foam pumpkin. You can't rub it till you dent your pumpkin in. But you've got to rub it hard enough to, can you see better if I turn it? Am I in focus tonight? Good. Let me go down just a little bit more, y'all. I think that might help. Let me get more in focus a little bit. Okay, now, that might help. Now, let my hands off of this. That's scary. And you just put it down in the grooves and just keep rubbing. A little of it might crack because you are not on a flat surface. I love the way it looks when it cracks a little bit, when it goes around corners and humps and stuff. It depends on what you want to do with it. Hey, Lauren, how are you? Lauren, I'm getting ready to do you a candle. Not tonight, but I did buy one to do. Hear all this crackling? That's a good sign. If it weren't crackling, that means it's not doing its job. Okay, let me pick this. And you bring this up slowly. I mean, ever so slowly, you guys. Just real slow. Because if there's a little piece on there, you want to make sure that you don't rip it away. Okay, there's some more. It needs to go down here. These transfers are not real cheap, but if you use them wisely, you get, depending on what you're going to do. I mean, if you're going to put it on a dresser or something, you're probably going to use it once, all at once. But you can get several projects out of it, depending on what you use it for. And they can go on mirrors, windows. Now, if you put it on a window or a mirror, you do not put a top coat on it. Can you put a top coat on it? No, do not put a top coat on it. It doesn't need it, and it will not look right anyway. You'll ruin your project. So if you put it on something that slick, like a mirror or a window, you put it down, and it almost sucks to it. So once you put it down and commit, you're done. Hey, Susan. I missed you today. Are you feeling bad, Tracy? Okay, so far we have one bird. Is that pretty or what? It's going to be really pretty when we get it all done and go around. And then we're going to get some moss and stuff around the top and some fern, some other little stuff. Let's see where we can go with this one. Now I will top coat this whole thing, the transfer part. I don't like that branch there, but I think I might can use this piece of branch. See where I taped it together before, because I don't want that back away from that. You always keep them together. Okay, I like, let's see, I like a branch coming this way. Let me just build onto that, and then I can set a little bird there or add another little piece of flower, and I'll show you what I did in 1 second. Just rub till it gets kind of cloudy, until you start seeing the plastic that it's on kind of pop up, and that gives you a clue that it's down. So, okay, let me pull that up slow. There we go. I'm going to burnish that down really good and get rid of it. Because see what I did? I just added that piece of branch that I had saved right to that flower. Looks like it belongs there, but it did not come that way. Hey, Melissa. How are you? Okay, I see a little bit of flower on that branch. See that little bit of flower? So I'm going to build on that. And I'm going to put some flower up there of some kind. And then I'm going to add another bird somewhere. These birds look like they're sitting on a branch, flying in the air, and whatever. So we're gonna use that to our advantage. Okay, I love this piece. I might have to trim the edges a little bit though, because it is a straight line. And the reason there's a lot of straight lines up against the edge is because these are 3 pieces. And if I was doing a piece of furniture or a great big board, they continuously butt up to each other. Hey, Kathy and Faye and Shelly. Hey, you guys. Thanks for hopping on. And so this will be kind of stupid right there, right, with a straight line. So I'm going to take that straight line away by just kind of going in this a little bit and just rounding it off, and then I can use it in different ways. And I'm even going to cut this apart because I don't like the way it looks for this space, but I'm going to use it just a minute, all of it. So since there's that little piece of blossom on that branch that I had saved, I'm just going to go right here and I'm going to add this blossom right there. And there's going to be another branch added to that too. So that just continues on. And if you've never done a transfer before, y'all, a pumpkin probably is not the first thing you ought to try. I'm sorry, but it's kind of hard. Good Friday, got to go back to church. Oh, good. Oh, finally, not Friday. I see now what you said. And then you go home and watch David too? Is that what you said before? Okay, let me get this little branch down. Let me peel it up and see if we got it. It is good. Now, see that branch that had that tiny little, bit right there? I just added this, and then that gave us another branch going up too. So now we have something else to set another bird on. But I still have this cute little piece of flower, and I want to add it somewhere and make it trail off. Let's see, I want to group it here. I don't want it there. Where do I want it? Oh, it looks good there. Okay, let's just add it right there, and that'll give us another branch going up. Is anybody keeping count? Is this pumpkin day 21? Let's see, I have to say goodnight. Have to get my things ready for tomorrow morning. Oh, a mammogram. Bless your heart. Yeah, I've got to do that soon too. Thanks for hopping on. You can always go back and watch the replay later if you want to see how this turned out, or if you need instructions. That's the great thing about the replay, you guys. And you guys, if you're watching me on YouTube, thanks for hopping on. Thanks for watching my channel. I appreciate it. And you hit the subscribe button if you want to learn more. If any of you guys that have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, if you'll find Marley Grace Creations, and you know that's M-A-R-L-Y, not E-Y. A lot of people they type in L-E-Y and they can't find me. And I'm L-Y. Let's see, 21. It is cute. I enjoyed today. All the birds. Hey, Virginia, how are you? Virginia, it was you and somebody else. Somebody wanted a printout of what I put in the blessing box. And I can't remember if it was you or, oh, I can't remember the other lady's name. But something tells me I put that strip of paper in the wrong box. So if you asked me about that strip of paper, the last sale, and you didn't get it, if you'll tell me who you are to make sure, I'll be glad to stick it in the mail to you. Okay, this is just a piece of branch, right? Looks like it would be not important and it should go in the trash, but we wouldn't dare do that because we're going to build onto this and we're going to make another branch going up. And it's going to run right into, yes, it looks good right there. It's going to run right into that flower, except it's too tall, so we're going to cut a tiny bit off because I don't want it to overlap the flower. I want it to look like it's going under the flower, and I think this will. Oh, good, Virginia. Was it you? Okay, where did we go with this? I want this right here. This looks like it belongs right there. Hi, Brenda. How are you? Good, Virginia. You'll be surprised how easy this branch fit here. And it looks like it belonged there the whole time. There we go. See that little piece of branch I saved? I just built on to that other branch. There we go. Now let's add a couple of birds. Let me get some of this trash off my desk. I've got stuff laying everywhere. There's some more limbs. Okay, let me find a bird or two here. Okay, this is a really sweet little bird. Here's one there. I don't want to keep going there. Where can we build him from? Right there. Let's do this one. He looks like he's blind. And he's on a, oh, there's two. Let's just get two on here and then I'll add the florals to it. There we go. We have two little birds on this one. And then we'll add some flowers to the branches. It is a foam pumpkin with 2 coats of Hauser green paint on it. And the pumpkin was already green. So all I had to do was just put a couple of coats. And I'm going to cut these birds apart. This is too much to deal with all at once. But I've got to be really careful where I put my finger. So I'm going to cut it and lay it down as I cut it, and I'll touch it. Let me move it over here out of my way so I don't stick my arm in it. Hi, Diane. How are you? Okay, this little sweet bird looks like he needs to be coming off of a big branch. Okay, I'm going to add that branch right there and put him right there. Hey, Wanda, how are you? It is a foam pumpkin, and this is a Prima Redesign transfer that I'm putting on here. So it's just paint, and there's no top coat on it because Prima Redesign prefers that it be a rougher surface like chalk paint. However, IOD needs it to be a shinier, slicker surface, so I always put a top coat first if I'm using IOD transfers. And some people will go ahead and top coat it with wax. Oh, don't ever, ever, ever do that. Transfers hate wax, and that's if you're putting transfers on furniture and you want to wax it later, you can, but that should be the very, very last thing that you do is your wax or your top coat of any kind. Even if you put a top coat on it first, it needs to be sealed. Okay. Since this pumpkin is foam, it's kind of soft, you know. I'm kind of pressing into it. Hi, Serena. How are you? It'll be pretty when we're done. I hope y'all can stand all this popping and cracking. I know it's loud. But like I said before, it's a good thing. It's important to be able to hear that. There's a little piece of branch that didn't get down. I just pushed it right back down. It just kept on rubbing, and it'll be up. Yep, it's done. See there? Clean as a whistle. And now I'm just going to burnish this with my fingers and get it all down. Now we have another sweet little bird on a branch. He looks like he's flying. Paint party. Oh, I saw you on somebody's page the other night, I think. Lydia, welcome. Just burnishing this all down. Make sure there's no little parts. Okay, we've got a bird there and a bird there. Now I need, it's looking pretty good around this way so far. See all the little sweet branches and flowers? A couple little birds. We'll put something here in a little bit, maybe a bird, but I've got this side still to go. So let's put something around here. Okay, here's the bird that we cut off. Let's see if we can use him around here on this branch. No, I don't like him there, so we're just going to save him for a little bit. See if we can use him somewhere else. Okay, let's get a floral, some more floral over here. Hey, Kathy Bender, how are you? Guaranteed to enjoy. Oh, bless your heart. Y'all are so sweet. Okay, let's see. Where can we add this one? Let's see what it needs here. Okay, there's a bunch of floral. Let's go down a little bit. Let's add that and go downwards. Yeah, I like him there. We'll style this in a little bit with some stuff on top. It's the reason I'm not putting too much right here is because that's going to have some different elements on it. Some moss and some fern and some stuff. I want it to kind of look like a bird nest, but it won't. Whoa, transfer, don't fall in the floor. It won't really be a bird nest. I just want to kind of resemble a bird nest on top. Hey Jackie, how are you? Oh, thank you, Jackie. This is one of my favorite transfers by Prima Redesign. I've used this on lots and lots of furniture. I have several friends that have furniture with this on it, actually, in their house. I did a tea cart for a friend. It turned out beautiful. I did a dressing table, like a big antique vanity. It turned out beautiful. But I've got to order another one before they start disappearing, because they've been out a while and eventually they'll retire, and I want one of these to keep. I ordered one that's Christmas not too long ago. I love birds too, Kathy. I've got too many bird things in my house. Well, not too many. I love them. My kids might think I do, but, you know, they can do what they want in their own house, right? Just building the way I want it, guys. There's no rhyme or reason here. Just make sure you get it all down good. And you want to, you know, after a while, you want to just kind of rip it off, or just say, oh, it looks good, and just pull it good. Don't. Just a little tiny bit at a time to make sure it's all down. Okay. See how we built around on that blossom, made it go further, and now we have a little bit of a branch here. So what can we do with that branch? Let's see, I have a bird on a branch that I've got to be careful with here. It's going the wrong way though. I don't want it there. Where can we put this branch? Maybe we need a different bird. Maybe we need a different branch. Let's get a, excuse me, let's get a different branch. Here's a little spindly branch. See this one? It's not so thick. It's just kind of, thank you, Louise. Thanks for hopping on, you guys. It's so much fun, and I love teaching. It's fun, fun, fun. Okay, let's put that branch going from the bottom of that branch up to the top like it belongs to this branch. And now if you think, well, gosh, if I cut that up, I wouldn't know what to do with that. I don't have that kind of imagination, or I'm afraid I'll get it in the wrong place. You don't have to cut it at all. If you get a transfer and you open it up, you want to put it down on a dresser or a board just exactly like it is, and you don't want to cut it at all, just do it. You do it however you want to. There's not a right or wrong way. There's only a right or wrong way to get it on and to keep it on. Okay. I know several of you asked me Saturday too, and I've gotten some private messages on when will the auction be, and will they all be in the auction. Yes, they will all be in the auction, and I don't have an exact date, but I was telling my husband just a little bit ago, I will set a date and let you guys know so you can start saving pennies, right? That's exactly what you were thinking to yourself. Serena, what is that? The Energizer Bunny. Oh, you're so funny. Oh gosh, I know. I don't sleep a whole lot, but I sleep enough. You see how it starts popping up like that? You know that it's going down, because once this releases onto that, then this doesn't have any reason to stay down, and it'll pop up. And when you start seeing that, that's a good thing. Then you know it's getting there. And that piece does not want to go, but I'm going to make it go. There we go. And I hadn't even thought about doing a Halloween pumpkin or a spooky pumpkin. Anybody interested in a crazy Halloween pumpkin? I don't do much Halloween stuff. Okay, now see, there's another branch. I just added that. So, are you guys seeing this good enough? There's all those blossoms, and there's a sweet bird. And we're going to add a bird or something right here. Hey, Lisa Hale, how are you? Thanks for being here, Diane. Okay, I like this sweet little bird, but he looks kind of out of place right there. Maybe his branch needs to be down. Okay, no, I don't like him there. Okay, I'm going to cut some more of the hem off. I did paint the pumpkin. I painted the pumpkin Hauser green, light Hauser green. Okay, I'm going to see this branch I took off. I'm going to lay it down. I'm not going to throw it away. And then there's an extra little piece here. And you've got to get all your little extras off, because if you don't and you start rubbing, like that piece right there, that'll go down if you rub on it. And if it's a shiny surface, it'll go down whether you rub on it or not, and it's stuck. And once it gets stuck, you're down for the count. Let's see, I want him right there. That's a good place for him. Oh, that popping and cracking, it sounds like popping popcorn. Does it to you? Is that what it sounds like? Hi, Melissa. I've got all kinds of Melissas in here tonight. And I don't know if anybody's asked me this question. Usually somebody will get around to it. Can you transfer? Can you put a piece of transfer? Will it go over another piece of transfer when you layer it? Yes, it will. Sometimes you have to rub really hard to make that happen, but you can layer it. You can overlap it. Some of these are overlapped. Okay, there's that sweet little bird. See, now he's there in the middle of that. He's on a branch. Now that branch is in midair up there, so we're just going to add a little bit of flowers up there on that branch, or an extra little piece of branch to end that. Let's add this tiny little piece of branch to end that. Oh, good, Patty. I know it sounds loud to me, and I thought, oh gosh, sometimes when I'm watching a live, just somebody sanding something about wrecks my ears. Okay. I'm liking that so far. Here's kind of a naked spot. Let me see what I can add right there going down. I can add this piece of branch. Yes, I can. Okay, there's the tail feather to a bird. Wonder where his head's at. Probably on the other sheet that I don't have anymore. Okay, see this down here? It's got all this space. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to add I'm just going to add another piece of branch going that way. And that'll kind of just build on that, fill it in down there. There we go. See, I'm holding it down with one finger until I get one side done and not moving it. And I'm going to move my finger and hold the other side. It's almost kind of like when you stamp, how you should hang on to it. I hope everybody had a good Sunday. Happy Sunday to you guys. I usually tell you that, and I didn't today. We always have such a busy Sunday. It's always a good day. But it is busy. We always eat lunch with our grandchildren. Okay, see how that branch added to that? Just that little bit of branch. Okay, you guys, I think we're gonna start and work on the top. What do you think so far? Hey, Lorianne, how are you? Hi, Julie and Diane. All I've done right now, that's kind of me, Kathy. I even got a nap today. My little 3-year-old granddaughter wears me slap out. And I didn't sleep good at all because she just was so restless. But I realized after a long time of that we're potty training her, and to keep her from wetting the bed, she was just restless. And so I finally looked at her, and she was asleep, I thought, and said, "Do you need to go potty?" And she said, "Yes, ma'am." So I took her to the potty at 4 o'clock this morning, brought her back. She went right to sleep. That's all she needed, which is a good thing. Okay, I'm through with all these little pieces. Let me get all these little extra pieces out of my way and into the trash. See, I've still got another little piece of branch here, and I've got a little piece or two of branch here. So I'm just gonna lay them to the side, and if I need them in just a little bit, I'll have them, and I can pop them on there somewhere. I did, Diane. I always have a great Sunday. Lord's Day's good, isn't he? He's good anyway. Let me just go ahead and get this stem down. These stems, because I pull on them so much, they get loose. Hey, Terry. How are you? I know. She's so sweet. Did y'all see my little video saying, see y'all tonight with her? Hey, Jeanette. Are you the one that told me you had a transfer and you were scared to use it, Lorianne? Was it you yesterday? Hi, Sarah. How are you? Okay. I have all these sweet little elements to go on this, and I think, okay, even though it's a pumpkin, it is fall. It's not a Halloween one. I'm going to add some Spanish moss because I'm thinking bird nest, even though it's really not a bird nest. I think that's what it needs. She is adorable. She really is adorable. She is my sweet girl. I found a little twig in there. That will really be good. And now I'm covered in Spanish moss. Let's see. Have a great Sunday school class. Oh, I know it. We've got some sweet ladies in our Sunday school class too. I teach Sunday school, and I have 4- and 5-year-olds. And this morning I even had my granddaughter with me in there, and none of my children came this morning. We have so many sick. So we just played. We glued stuff on paper, and at one point she said it was the purple glue sticks. You know, she's 3 and she doesn't get to do too much of that stuff. Her sister does. And she said, "I like doing this glue. Can I just do the glue?" And I'm like, "Sure." So I gave her a new piece of paper, and she just glued glue sticks. And I said, "Are you going to stick anything to it?" And she says, "No." I'm like, "Go for it." So anyway, see these little sticks in there? I'm going to add those to this too, because that's the way a bird nest should look. So anyway, she had fun with the purple glue sticks. Just going to add some Spanish moss to this. I order my transfers. I go and get mine on Etsy. Now, if I'm going to get IOD, I usually get them from Mara, from Vintage Retail Therapy. But I'm not sure if Mara has Prima transfers. Kim Jenkins with Yesterday's Tomorrow. You can go to her page. I believe she sells Prima Redesign still. I'm pretty sure she does. Now that's hanging way down there, but I kind of like how that is. Maybe not quite that much. I'm going to pull it up a little. But I kind of like that it's not so even. Well, I don't want to hide the... Ow, it's hot. The bird stuff though. Let me pull it up just a tad. Oh goodness, we've got like 30 something youth right now. I'm going to stick this stick in there. I need another glue stick on my glue gun here. And I'm going to stick this cute little twig in there too. We have a pretty big youth group. We hired a youth minister last year, and he's doing such a wonderful job with our kids. We're just blessed to have him and his wife, and they've got 2 sweet little babies. Thank you, Diane. Thanks, Stacy. Okay, so far, let's give him a little bit of a haircut. Okay. Kind of makes you think of birds in a bird nest, right? This one's going to be a little, I think I might want to pull this up just a little bit. Okay, I've got a few succulents. Let me see what I think is the front. I think this is probably the front right here. Yes, Wanda, sure. I usually get my transfers on Etsy. If I'm looking for IOD transfers or molds or whatever, I usually go to Mara from Retail Vintage Therapy, just her webpage, her Facebook page, not Etsy. And then Kim Jenkins from Yesterday's Tomorrow's. She sells Prima Redesign stuff. I don't think molds, but transfer still. So you might can check with her first. But if you can't get the transfers at either one of those places that I'm sure about, you can go to Etsy. And I'll just go to Etsy and type in what I'm looking for, like Prima Bird Transfer. In this case, this is called Blossom Flight. See, it's Blossom Flight. Just go and type in Prima Blossom Flight Transfer, and then just look around. A bunch of them will come up and compare prices and all that stuff. I always try to see who's got the best deal on the prices, and free shipping and all that good stuff if I can get it. Depends on the cost, without it. But just go and compare. That's what I do. And I used to get mine on Etsy all the time before I met Mara and Kim. So I don't so much anymore. If I can get them on, if I can get one of my transfers and molds and stuff from Kim or Mara, I try to, because I know them and they're trying very hard to, sell their stuff. So I am just gluing a few succulents. Well, we really need to, on Amazon. You can go on Amazon, but I'm telling you what, you guys, some of this stuff on Amazon is 3 prices because, it's not their specialty. So you just really have to be careful. Let me add a couple of pieces of fern. Here's another little succulent. Let me add this little piece of succulent right there. And a couple of pieces of fern, and I think we will be done. Hey, Sandy. Okay, let's see. Get a couple more little pieces of fern on here. And what I'll do, since I have all this moss and stuff, I may lift it up and do a top coat on it of polyacrylic, but I may go outside and just spray it. Just adding some pieces of fern where I think they need to be. Saw me on earlier today. Oh, my little video with my grandbaby. Is that what you saw? I was going to do a live, but I was running late and getting ready to head to church, and she wasn't in the mood to talk. So then later, I think she kind of got the hang of it. A little bit later, she said, can we do a picture now? And I said, so you can talk? And she says, yeah. And I'm like, oh my, now she wants to talk to you guys. For a little while, she wouldn't do it. And this is another thing I don't throw away either, you guys. If you have little bits of floral, little bits of greenery, I don't care if it's rubber, paper, don't throw it away. These little bits are perfect for stuff like this. They're pretty on tags. They're pretty on, I mean, you can, when you do birdhouses, all kinds of stuff for these little pieces. Okay, I wish this stem was up more. All right. There you go. What do you think? Show me some hearts floating up if you love this. I think it's very pretty. It's very light. Can you think of anything else it needs? We get all these strings away. There we go. There's all the floral. There's one bird. Have we hid that sweet little bird? Just about. There's one right there. I would say that's probably the front. There's two birds right there. Okay, any video of you doing furniture? No, I don't. I did not start doing this until after I did. You know what? I do have some little birds. Where are my little birds? Hold on a minute. Let me look in my, let me look in here, see if I can find a little bird. I do. Hold on just a minute. Let me look in my right box. Number 9. If it was put back where I need to put it back. This is how I keep up with all my little doodads, y'all. That's kind of like my system. I have a book. I have boxes, and they have numbers on them. And so when I put something away, and I don't care what it is, it doesn't matter. If there's room in there, throw it in there. I've got birds in this one. I've got floral picks in this one. I've got little bitty leaves. I've got doves. I've got little white cards. And so all this stuff is written in that book. And so I keep the stuff that's in these in alphabetical order. And so when I go to like B for birds, N for nest, T for tools, whatever, then I know what to look for. And I go find it. Okay, let's see here. have a bird. Yes, I do. I've got white doves too, but I don't think we need white doves for this. Okay, where's my lid? Here we go. Okay, let's put a bird on this. Hey, Sandy. And it's a clip. All I have to do is clip it where I want it. Let's see where I want him. He's sweet. Let's clip him on a piece of fern. Oh, how sweet is that? You guys, what do you think? It's perfect for that. There we go. He's a sweet little bird. Thanks for the idea, whoever gave me that. I appreciate it. Okay, I think he's beautiful. All right, you guys, thanks for hopping on. If you're watching me right now, chances are the live button is not lit up and you're watching the replay. Just type in hashtag replay so I know you've been here. Watch the replay, and if you have any questions, just let me know. And I always try to go back later tonight, like when this video is over, or tomorrow, you guys, and check out all the questions and the comments. So if there's anybody that's on here that's inappropriate, they get banned. If there's somebody with some freaky names that come on here and I see them under your names, I get that list and I ban them. So if you ever see somebody really weird, like saying, oh, I just saw you on a live today and I loved your comment, but I couldn't send you a friend request. Could you please send me one? Please don't. Just let me know. But I try to catch them right away and get rid of them. Hi, Charlotte. How are you? And get rid of them. So that way, you know, they can't get any more information. And once I ban them from one of you, it bans them from my page. And then I even hit ban it if they try to create a new page for that person. They can't either. So, hi, Helen. How are you? All right, you guys, let's see. How long? Oh, 1 hour. My goodness, I'm getting better and better at this hour thing. You got one of what, Diane? You got a transfer, a pumpkin, or a bird? What'd you get? And I don't think I'm going to glue him on. I think I'm just going to leave him clipped on. If somebody buys him in the auction and wants to put it somewhere else, they can just move him around. Let's see, remind us about notifications. What about notifications, honey? I'm lost. Thank you for sharing. Oh, you're welcome. Sleep restful. Thanks. I will. I had a good nap this afternoon, but my granddaughter wears me out. I have a dentist appointment early in the morning. I'm not looking forward to that. A message from your page. Okay. If somebody sends me a private message, I will get those. On every single day to get my notifications. Huh. I don't know. I'm not sure. Sandy, go up to the top to the 3 dots, you know, and make sure that you're following me. And then make sure that you turn on live notifications for this page. And make sure you guys do that, because even though you're following me, if you haven't clicked on get notifications, then you're following me. Great. And I appreciate that. But when I go live and send out a post, you might not be getting the notifications until I'm already gone. And a lot of you do come back and watch the replay. Yes, they do have a lot of energy, Sandy. Afraid they have more than I do. But you've done that. Sandy, I don't know. I don't know what the world is wrong. You might go to your settings and see if something's off in your settings or something. I'm not sure. Okay, you guys, anybody have any questions? Anything you need to know? Try a transfer. I'd love to see. And remember, I set up a page for you guys who have not been in, but this is your first time. Marley Grace showcase is the page that I set up. So if I inspire you to make anything, you guys are doing a pumpkin, if you use a transfer, whatever you're doing, you can go to that page and put in your creations. I want to see them. Turn to my live notification, Jess. Oh, did you just now do that, Sandy? Good night, Virginia. Sleep good. Thanks for hopping on. All right, you guys. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for hopping on. And I will see you, let's see, tomorrow. I'm not sure. I know I have a class tomorrow night. It may be earlier tomorrow night than normal. I can't remember what time. Oh, I know, my barking dog. Oh my gosh, I hope Facebook don't think it was a song in the background. Okay. All right. Good night, you guys. I'll see you sometime tomorrow with pumpkin number 22. Bye.